everyone, and Hello everyone, and welcome to One Piece. This is episode 727. No, 724 to 727. Yeah, we're doing 4 episodes today. And if you're watching on my Patreon account, this is a bonus episode. Like, this is being posted earlier than normal, but if you're on my YouTube account, it probably isn't being posted earlier than normal, but you probably got some bonus episodes earlier, so, you know, relax. So, I'm excited to jump into this. We are in some juice. We are in a really juicy part of the show now, because we're coming toward the end of the arc, you know, like we're coming towards the end of Dressrosa, and I'm really looking forward to it. I was just thinking about, like, because different arcs I feel like will have different timings for, like, when you beat the boss of the arc and then when the arc actually ends, and there'll be like different lengths of time. Now I remember the Punk Hazard one I think was pretty short, like from like the end of the arc to like where we defeated Caesar Clown. But I'm trying to remember with the Fishman Island one. It looks like the Fishman Island one was probably about it was probably about 7 episodes or so. So somewhere around there. So so yeah, that's not it's not too bad. Because I'm trying to think with Dressrosa, it feels like it's pretty significant. Like, there's a lot of characters here, there's a lot of things going on, and there's still stuff to do. I feel like even after we beat Doflamingo, in that, like, there's the Big Mom stuff and the ship and all of that. So if that's the case, I wonder, like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, if this is a sort of thing where it's like we actually surprisingly defeat Doflamingo within these next 4 episodes, or if it's gonna be a thing where we actually have, you know, it's gonna be another 12 episodes of fighting Doflamingo and then a little bit of wrap up at the end. I don't know. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's not think about it too much. Let's just jump into the episode. Make sure to support this video if you can, liking the video, commenting down below, and subscribing to the channel. All of that stuff helps me out a ton. And you can, if you like my videos and you want to support me, please help me out by going to my Patreon account and subscribing there, because you get access to early access. You can get the next 20 or so episodes on there right now. You can probably finish Dressrosa on there right now. You also get exclusive videos. You get full length, the full length versions of the videos as well. So there's no cuts or anything. You just sync it up with your own footage, and you can watch the whole episode with me. And lots of other great stuff. So go check that out, because it's not just for this channel. It's also for my main Gent Watches channel. So you get literally over 1,000 videos. It's great. You can also join my YouTube membership down below to just get 1 week early on edited videos on this channel only. So if you're not as interested in that huge amount of content, you pay a little less money on here and stay on YouTube, and you still get bonus content. So you can go check that out as well. But anyway, let's just jump into this episode. This is episode 724 of One Piece. Woo! Hey, let's go! Okay, recap Rubik's. If you're new to this channel, this is the recap Rubik's. It's a Rubik's Cube that I do while the recap is going on, and my goal is to beat the recap. And that's the cube complete. Okay, this episode is going to be called A Deserved Splattering. The destroying of Treble. Oh my god. That's gross. Oh, it's his crotch. Oh shit. He is icky in every way possible. Nice. Right in the dick. Oh my god, he's reacting like he did get hit in the dick as well. Oh, it's not? It's Paramecia? Oh. Come on, give me details. How can you be so thin-skinned? Such a mild insult. Oh my god. I want to hear more details about Treble's power, to be honest. They're shifting all the focus to Treble now. Okay, I hate his eyes. Oh, we're doing a flashback again. I love that effect, honestly. It's so cool. Oh god. This is a bad answer. Oh. Jesus. Oh my god. God damn, Virgo. Oh my god. Damn, man, they're so protective. Oh my god. Jesus, man. Yeah, I mean, they spoiled the shit out of him. Great way to bring up a, like, you know, huge ego. He already was big-headed. God damn, man. Yeah, that's great. You didn't convince me of anything there. Oh, shit. Oh, cool, that's a lighter? I don't remember if I knew that. Doflamingo doesn't think of you guys like that. Is that what you're saying? I don't know if I believe that, but we'll see. It's a good way to rile him up regardless. I definitely would believe that Doflamingo wouldn't see himself as equal to them. But I don't think he doesn't care for them. You'll find out. Oh, you scumbag. Come on, kill Treble now somehow. This is all part of Law's plan. It's gotta be. Oh my god. Alright, come on. And showing us Chopper's one. Chopper's nowhere near here. Okay. Are you gonna take out Treble then? Is that what he's saying? Oh! 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 That's so cool! Oh! Oh! That's fucking awesome. Feels like someone took down Treble. Yeah, get to the middle. I forgot the birdcage was shrinking. Oh my god, he's falling apart a little bit. Yeah, it looks like he is Paramecia. He's just skinny and weird. So he's like, the warden. He just covers himself in it to look like he's Logia. Because it wasn't his body, that was between his legs. Yeah. Reminds me of Kurogiri from MHA, where he's got like a regular human body, but he covers it in smog to make it look like he's all a smog figure. Wow, he looks so pathetic like that. Oh no. Oh no. Jesus. Oh! Jesus! Holy shit! Yep, you can probably see through it. Trebo is fucked up. Yep. Doflamingo is fine. Good. Woo, baby! We're down to the real shit now. Wait, are they coming towards Princess Mancherry? I forgot Law was a warlord. It completely slipped my mind. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mancherry can surely heal him. Nice job, Robin. She's doing a great job this arc and I love it. I love that they're giving her shit to do. Oh shit. Oh shit! Doflamingo coming directly for him! Also him saying like Nico Robin. I like it coming from that voice actor. Oh! Oh, my Crunchyroll crashed. Hold on. Shit! Who could save her? No! No! That episode was so intense, my Crunchyroll crashed towards the end of it. For no reason. It didn't look like my internet went offline or anything. It just, like, the page just reset. And it was like 5 seconds before the end of the episode. That's crazy. Wow. Great episode. Really, really fun. I like that we beat Trebol. We found out that Trebol he does not have a Logia fruit. He has a Paramecia fruit by the looks of it. I think I talked about, and you know what? I'm gonna give you guys some fucking props because I feel like, you know, there have been times where I've been speculating about a character or whatever, and people have you know, told me stuff that the show hasn't confirmed yet, and the show has like a part of the show where they confirm it, right? I think the biggest example of this was, and like this didn't spoil me because luckily, you know, my Patreon episodes come out way before my YouTube episodes do. But at the part where the show is kind of about to explain that that the devil's fruits respawn in the world, essentially. You know, we were talking about the flare fruit, and I was like, how the fuck could they have the flare fruit? And I was speculating a lot of things, and then I got a bunch of comments on that, and by a bunch I mean, I don't know, 4 or 5 or something, comments on that video that was saying like, oh, actually, when someone dies, the fruit goes back in the world and whatever. And I had to tell those people like, this information is not confirmed for another couple episodes. Like the show explicitly takes time to explain that that's the case because it imagines that you don't know it yet. And so like what you're doing is actually like a major spoiler. Well, not a major spoiler, but it's a spoiler nonetheless. And the reason, you know, some people think like if a show hints at something, or if you could technically figure something out, then it's free game for everyone to talk about. Or if fans had theorized it beforehand, then it's free game to talk about. But if it's something the show hasn't explained yet, it's like explicitly explained, it's a spoiler. So like people thought because we saw one of the fruits like in Punk Hazard appearing again, because that like appeared there, that was the explanation for it, but it isn't. It's still a spoiler if you explain what's happening there, because the point is that's supposed to be a tease. You can try to figure out like what the heck is going on there, but like the show hasn't revealed it yet. That's just showing you something that's happening that's supposed to be confusing. So the reason I'm saying all of that is because that I'm shocked that didn't happen in this scenario. Unless I missed the comment, I don't think anyone told me that Treble's fruit was paramecia. And I want to applaud you for that, because that is something the show explicitly explains later. I mean, they didn't say it's paramecia, but I think if it's not Logia and not Zoan, it has to be paramecia, right? But you guys, I'm pretty sure didn't tell me, which I appreciate, because I think it's good being able to find out within the context of the show. And the show, you know, at this point, Luffy is like, you know, he tries to punch and then he's like, what? How is it not working? And it's like, that is a little twist there. Because I think there was an explicit episode where I was speculating heavily on like how Treble's power worked, and if it was Logia or Paramecia or whatever, right? And I think I was even saying, like, if it's Logia, what is it? I think this is what I was saying. If it's Logia, what is it? Because normally Logia is like some natural substance or whatever. So it can't be like glue, because glue is like a man-made thing. So like, what is the thing? But it seems like no, it's a paramecia fruit. So, oh wow, very interesting. I like that. It's a good little reveal in that moment, and it makes a lot of sense. And then we get to see what Treble's form actually looks like. So so well done to you guys. I feel like I maybe don't give you guys enough props for when you don't spoil me, when you're able to, like, you know, because as a collective, there's a lot of you there. It's hard for everyone to keep their mouths shut, and that seems like something that would have been so tempting to write, or so easy for someone to think it's not a spoiler, and so they just tell you, you know. So so well done on that. Now, if someone did end up telling me and I just either forgot or didn't see the comment, oh well, it happens. But I'm very proud. So yeah, I liked that whole reveal. I loved Law using his severed arm to cut him up as well. That's such a cool little way to bring that back. Yeah, I mean, was there much else? I don't think so, but it was a cool episode nonetheless. I think the I don't know how much the backstory that they showed in this episode, I don't know how much I gained from that necessarily. Like, it kind of told me what I already, I mean, like, I think the idea was to show why Treble thinks he's an equal to Doflamingo, like, because he's part of the group that propped him up, and they think of themselves as family and stuff. So even though they revere him as a king, they still think of themselves all as family, as equals, as one. And like, it's showing us that, but I kind of like knew all of that anyway. But you know, it's the show is still you know, I guess there is a reason to do that, to reinforce the themes in this moment, to show how you could get in Treble's skin by properly exploiting that self-consciousness he might have, that they're not equal. So I mean, I guess it does have a purpose. I just, like, I was waiting until that backstory gave me something extra that I was like, oh wow, that's a cool little extra thing, because we've had so much backstory lately that I thought I was waiting for like one extra little tidbit from that, but then there wasn't any. But that's fine. But there's something about, because Doflamingo's voice actor is so good, right? He's got such a unique voice that doesn't really sound like a lot of, you know, characters that I've heard. I think One Piece is pretty solid at villain voices, right? Like, they do tend to give villains pretty unique voices a lot of the time. And I do think sometimes, like, when I will hear a lot of different anime villain voices, I do tend to think a decent amount of them sound, you know, pretty similar. And then when I watch One Piece, there's so many of them that, like, oh no, this is, you know, this is the only character that sounds like this. So, like, I don't know any character that sounds like Doflamingo, and I don't know any character that sounds like, you know, Crocodile. And they're both, like, deep voices with, like, a laugh, like an unsettling, you know, surprisingly serious while also being silly laugh, you know? They both have the same vocal quality, but still very unique voices. And I think that's a really hard balance to strike, but they find the perfect person for him. Something about hearing him say Nico Robin, I don't know, it's something I don't expect to hear. I expect him to hear him say like Mugiwara, and stuff like that, but when it's specifically Nico Robin, like that's not a combination you see very often. And, you know, he might have said that back when Nico Robin was doing the thing with Law on Green Bit and stuff. I can't remember. But it was just something about this specific scenario, hearing him say Nico Robin, like talking directly to her, that made me go like, oh my god. It's like when you get a cameo of a celebrity you like or something, and you hear them say your own name, and you're like, whoa, that's weird hearing my name come out of that person's mouth, you know? Like, I remember... This is a very adjacent thing, and that's the last thing I'm going to discuss from this episode, so if you don't want to hear a small anecdote, you can just skip ahead to the next reaction. I'm going to give you guys that benefit. But I remember many years ago, like when I was younger, I was a teen, I believe, and I used to like the YouTube channel Rooster Teeth, right? Who I'm pretty sure are not around anymore, right? But the company Rooster Teeth, who make Red vs. Blue, and they make Ruby and stuff. I don't watch Ruby, but that's they're behind Ruby. I used to watch their content. I used to watch the Rooster Teeth podcast, and I used to watch Achievement Hunter stuff in Rooster Teeth quite a lot. And I used to watch some Red vs. Blue as well. And so I liked their content a lot. I listened to a lot of the Rooster Teeth podcast. It was like a big thing that I was often listening to. At some point, Rooster Teeth came to Adelaide, where I live, for a convention. I think it's Supernova or something that we had. And I went to the convention, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go see Rooster Teeth, and I got like a Red vs. Blue DVD, and I was gonna get it signed. I think I did get it signed. I don't know where it is, but I, got this thing signed. But like while I was waiting in line to see, I think it was Gus and Jordan, which my name is Jordan, so that's funny. But Gus is one of the main people behind the Rooster Teeth podcast, who I think he does D&D stuff these days. And then Jordan was the guy who did the animated shorts that they made, right? I think those two were the ones that were there. And I was waiting in line, and it was like a pretty short line to see them and get my stuff signed. And then I started hearing Gus talk to someone. And the weirdest thing in the world was hearing Gus's voice, and it wasn't being filtered through a microphone. Like, there's something so strange about that voice that I had heard probably hundreds of hours of. Like, I had heard so much, now coming into my actual ears, like directly, instead of going through a microphone and through my speakers and coming out into my ears. It was so surreal. And I remember like the weird like chills that I got from that moment of like, this is his actual voice and he's here. Like, and so, you know, when I was, and then like, I spoke to him about, I was dressed as like a red Power Ranger or whatever, and they made jokes about that or something. And I just remember feeling like it was so strange, you know, like I wasn't even, like, I wasn't starstruck or anything because I wasn't such a huge fan of theirs that it was, you know, like I would be starstruck if I was trying to meet like, I don't know, Emily Rudd or Alison Brie or, I'm only naming women. There's gotta be men. I'd probably be starstruck if I met like Dan Harmon or something like that, you know? But like, I wasn't necessarily starstruck, but it was just a very surreal moment. And so, you know, in an adjacent way, seeing something like this with Doflamingo calling Nico Robin's name, it feels like that, where it's like, whoa, I didn't expect to hear that in my ears. But yeah, anyway, let's move on to the next episode. This is episode 725 of One Piece. Here we go. Hey, let's go. Okay. Recap Rubik's. Here we go.
新世界を支配する島ごと閉じ込められてしまう。ついにドフラミンゴ一人を残す。
And that's a cube complete.
ニコロビン。
Nico Robin. Okay, this episode is called A Devastating Loss, The Death of Nico Robin. Can you imagine? I would maybe drop the show. What's going on? Oh, it's just in frozen. Yeah, okay. Cavendish! Yes, my pretty boy! Cavendish-kun! Yes, Cavendish! Oh, he's pissed! You almost killed one of the 2 women we have on our crew. Do you know how that would have fucked with our gender balance? I love Cavendish. Aww. He trusts you. Aww. Aww. That's nice. You gotta do it. Aww. Cry on him. Cry on him. Or spit on him. I don't know if it's any of your fluids. Mm-hmm. He's still on the high of watching Zoro's fight. Oh my god, come on, Bart. It's for Nico Robin! Yes, there you go. Good job. Oh, he's so pissed! I love it! You almost killed Nico Robin. The way he's like floating a little bit is crazy. Oh! Oh yeah, fucking him up. This is a pretty cool place to fight him. I like how Oda subtly changes the environments that they fight in. Well, if he goes into 3rd gear, he has that heaviness. Damn, bringing that back. Yeah, not many people can stop someone from being a warlord. Yeah, that's right. They said it was They said it was the Navy. They specifically said it was Smoker, right? Oh man. Damn, there's a lot of emotion on Nico Robin's face. What? He wants to still do something to help Luffy. Like maybe he can use room one more time to switch Luffy with something. He just wants to kill Doflamingo. Cool. Yes, you do. Do you want to just see it? Yeah. It's kind of fair enough. But the problem is, you being there is actually kind of a liability because he has to defend you. Oh man. Whoa, this is cool. God damn. It is cool just seeing them straight up fight though, like almost full speed. It's maybe at like 0.75 speed. He just ignored what Nicky Robin said. Shut up! Leave me here! What? Is Cavendish gonna stay with him? Cool. Aww. So am I. Oh, I love Cavendish, man. I love him so much. You gotta go, Robin. Aww. So fucking sweet and great. No, not everyone can stay behind. I mean, Mancherry can stay. We just keep losing people. Listen to him. Although, saying follow me, he could get you lost and you run to the edge of the thing and get cut apart. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. It's just straight up fighting. It's great. Whoa. Yeah, baby. He can go into second gear so quickly these days. Red Hawk. Yeah. Ho ho ho. Third gear. The sound. What if he has to bring out a new move, like maybe a fourth gear? You know? You have to get fourth gear eventually, Luffy. Oh! If second gear and third gear don't work, then, you know. Jesus. Wow. Damn, man. Trying to put it all on his shoulders. Yep, it was not peaceful. This is not what peace looks like. He's not a hero. Yep. That's really all it's about. It's not about saving people. You pissed him off. Awesome. What's this? Fourth gear. Oh shit! Yes! We're gonna fucking do it! Fourth gear, baby! This is exciting because I know nothing about fourth gear. Like, I knew nothing about second or third gear either. But I'm saying that because, like, we got second and third gear pretty close to each other. So I didn't know they existed when second gear was around. Like, when I first got introduced to second gear. So I was like, whoa, what the fuck is this, you know? And then third gear was soon after that. And then there's a big gap. But I know about fifth gear. Obviously, I've said this before, but it's been fucking spread everywhere. It's spoiled. It's spoiled for me the second it happened in the anime because people made fan art of it endlessly. It's been shown everywhere, you know. So, like, I don't really know what fifth gear looks like in motion, in battle, but I do know what the design of fifth gear is. I don't know anything about fourth gear. I know nothing about it. I've never seen it. So I'm really curious to see what this is. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I had no idea when they were going to introduce it. I knew it had to be sometime. I knew it probably wasn't going to be in Wano because I didn't think, because I think Wano is probably when fifth gear happens, and I didn't think they were going to do fourth gear and fifth gear in the same arc. So I thought it was going to be sometime between now and then, but that's a pretty wide range. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh god, I want to get into the next episode right now. I think I only just have time to record the next episode right now as well, so this is exciting. Yeah, so great episode. I love Cavendish. Just, I mean, full stop, you know, like, I've loved him from the second I saw him, because the first second I saw him, I thought he was a woman, which made me love him, and then I found out he was a man, but I still loved him because he was a very interesting dude, and the more I see him, the more, like, amazing he gets. This was great. He saved Nico Robin, and then he, like, listened to Law's concerns, and then decided to stay with Law with the, like, you know, with the respect that he deserves to give him. It was great. And I also like, I said this in the episode, but I'll say it again here. I like how Oda's able to change the battle arena wherever they're fighting very nicely. You know, he does that often. He does it. He's very good at finding a good reason to change up the environment that they're fighting in. And so, like, making the castle explode so that they have to come down into, like, a fiery rubble is a good way to do it. It reminds me of, like, in Injustice, the fighting game Injustice. And this might be a thing in Mortal Kombat as well. I don't play Mortal Kombat, but in the fighting game Injustice, you can do a thing where, like, you go towards the edge of the screen. Like, if you're fighting and then you go towards the edge of the screen, you can, like, do a certain move that throws them through the wall. And when you throw them through the wall, it goes through a cutscene of them getting fucked up by everything as they go downwards. And then they land in the next zone. And then you land in the next zone as well. And you change this part of the stage that you fight in. And so it makes the battles, like, feel more dynamic. Like, even though it's, like, you're only switching between, like, 3 different places, it's still, like, and it's always the same cutscene switching, you know, back to the other places. It feels really cool, like, when you're, like, going pew 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 and you're fighting and you're grappling hooking them and you're hitting them with a big hammer and stuff, and then you get towards the edge of the screen and you throw them through the wall and then they go tumbling down a thing and then lasers hit them and they do all this stuff and then you come down and slam them into the ground and then you're in a new arena. And so, like, that's the sort of thing that One Piece does naturally as well, and I think it's very clever. I'm not going to talk about much because I want to see this fucking 4th gear, and the only way I'm going to have time to do it is, I think, if I start it right now. So let's move on to the next episode. This is episode 726. Here we go. Alright, this episode is going to be called Luffy's 4th gear. Finally, we've been fucking waiting. I'm so excited. Here we go. Man. I do like the music here, even though it's showing us, you know, something that I don't need to see. The music is very cool. Makes it kind of worth it. That's a cool shot. I like that. Oh, that's really cool. Baby 5. Yeah, it'll be moving to Doflamingo. Why wouldn't it? Yeah. And he's not gonna chop himself up. It's very much like the, you know, the Battle Royale shrinking circle. Oh my god. Man, they're showing us everything except 4th gear, but that's okay. I know it's coming. Yeah, baby. Don't talk down to me. Oh shit. Whew. This world keeps going like, hey, once this arc is over, shit's gonna change. And it does keep changing. Like, Oda keeps changing shit. It's great. Here we go, 4th gear, come on. Wow, look at that shot of him. That was crazy. Oh boy, okay. Oh, he has to kick off his shoes. Okay, it has to do with Haki. What the fuck? So it's like third gear, but with muscles? Is that what it is? Oh my god! He turns into the fucking Hulk! Whoa! He's got the Tanjiro mark on him. What the fuck? Whoa! The fucking dark eyes? Wow. Bounce Man? Is it kind of based a little bit on Bellamy? I mean, it's acting like it's a silly thing, but it actually does look kind of badass. I don't know, man. This looks kind of strong. The sound is interesting. You needed strength. Strength and speed. It's a fusion of second and third gear. Oh man, I love that sound. It's like you're winding it up. It's like pulling a crossbow string back. Oh! Kong? Like King Kong? Oh, hell yeah. Alright, so they're going into like the gorilla imagery. It's so strong! Look how far he got sent! Oh, he's spitting blood! Fuck you, man! Woo! Actually, I mean, it could be like King Kong, or it could be like Donkey Kong, actually. He's actually, I don't know, something about him's reminding me more of Donkey Kong than King Kong. I guess because Donkey Kong's more like goofy and I can see him like bouncing around and stuff, you know? That Luffy's fucking insane. Oh, he's fucking... He's hurt. You underestimated Straw Hat Luffy, it's great. One punch fucked you up this much. I mean, and Law's attack and all the other stuff, but... Oh god, guys. He's like, even I don't know what just happened. Oh, you got flung so far. Is he coming? Whoa! What the fuck? This is awesome! Oh my god, this is amazing. How is that not spoiled on this form? Oh! Rhino Schneider? What does that mean? He's so pissed that Luffy's actually a strong fighter. I love that design. Oda was cooking with this. Hell yeah. Oh! He's so fast. You're no match for me. Oh! Yes, it's sending him back! It's hurting his hand! Oh! Double headbutted him. He's lighting it up. That sound is great. Some cool names as well. Culverine. Oh. Oh, that's great. You can bounce back attacks while it's also strong. Oh. Python? Whoa! I just chases him like a heat-seeking missile. Oh, Oda, this is so great. Oh! Oh my god! Tore it apart! No fucking way! Oh! That was some of Oda's finest work in terms of Luffy battle choreography. Holy shit, I genuinely think that's up there with some of my favorite Luffy moves ever. Jeez, man. I thought when I hadn't heard about fourth gear, and like, look, I don't know what the fans' opinions on fourth gear is. I have no idea, because as I said, I've never heard anything about it. But since I hadn't heard about fourth gear, I kind of assumed it was going to be the one that's not as interesting as the others, you know? Because second gear and third gear, like, after I had seen them in the episode, I started seeing them in fan art and all that. I started noticing that, oh yeah, no, people do talk about second gear and third gear. And then fifth gear, obviously. But, like, fourth gear, I just thought, like, oh, maybe that's the one that is like, oh, it's kind of cool, but it's very situational and not very interesting. And I mean, it's possible this is the only time Luffy goes into fourth gear. Except maybe I would bet whatever the battle is that he goes into fifth gear in, I bet you he's going to go into fourth gear first and try it out and find out that doesn't work either. But I bet you he's not going to go into fourth gear very often, because it seems like it's a pretty extreme circumstance that requires him to do that. But man, the move set that he has with this is incredible. I mean, the design is amazing on its own, but I love the like sound of like the arm stretching back. It's actually really intimidating. And this is great because it's like, it's using a lot of the things that it's like, it's so obvious with rubber powers, like you could do stuff like this, but Oda's been kind of holding back so that he can do something really awesome with this. The arm that goes around and then bounces off the air and keeps bouncing until it reaches its target. That's so great. And like every time we see Luffy do like a gum pistol, it just goes in a straight, you know, or a curved line essentially. But it doesn't tend to like change trajectory unless he like specifically bounces it off stuff like he did with Eneru, I think. So this is like a really cool way to use that power. And then him like using these like rocket propeller kind of things, like he's basically like just doing like very small range like compressions by the looks of it to blast himself. But the way that it makes him seem like he's a jet engine flying through is so cool. Like genuinely cool. It's goofy, sure, but the coolness to me outweighs the goofiness by 1000%. Like you know, obviously at the start, Doflamingo was like, "What are you doing? This is ridiculous. Why are you acting, you know, all this silly stuff? This doesn't." But I was like, dude, this looks crazy. Like this looks very intimidating to me. It's like the Incredible Hulk, but like a Luffy's version of it. And so, you know, I'm not a big fan of the Incredible Hulk. And I've talked about this, especially with relation to Chopper, quite a lot. But, like, I'm not a big fan of powers that it's like, you turn into a big beast, okay? Because, generally, turning into a big beast and just being strong generally isn't super interesting to me. And if it also makes him lose personality, then it's kind of also sad to me. Like, Chopper's monster form. I like Chopper's monster form because of the effects of it afterwards, and because of the way that, like, and what it speaks to about Chopper as a character. But I don't like it in terms of like how, you know, like I prefer his like brain point or whatever, where he like analyzes stuff and tries to come up with, you know, I like those sorts of things. And I don't like the Incredible Hulk necessarily. Like I don't mind him, I don't hate him, but you know, I was kind of glad. I know some people have mixed feelings on it, but I was kind of glad in like Avengers Infinity War and Endgame and stuff, where like Incredible Hulk is like a halfway between Bruce Banner and Incredible Hulk, where he's like very strong but he's still Bruce Banner. And the reason I like that is because I don't like that when he turns into Incredible Hulk it's not Bruce Banner anymore, because I like Bruce Banner. I don't want to just see him as the Hulk in every important scene, you know. So like this, you know, he starts turning into like an Incredible Hulk type thing. And I mean, I was hyped because I was excited to see whatever it was. But I'm so glad it didn't end up being just Incredible Hulk. It was like his own spin on it, where he's still very much Luffy and he's doing goofy moves, but they're all like really clever moves and really strong. And I love the idea that it's armored, but it's also rubber. So it's still like, it will either tank a lot of attacks, and then if it doesn't tank an attack, it will bounce off the attack. It's really, really cool. What an amazing fight and sequence and design and everything. It's so good. So yeah, I'm gonna end that discussion there. I might gush about it more later, but I actually have to stop recording right now. But there's gonna be one more episode in this video, so stay tuned for that. But that was amazing. I can't wait. So let's move on to the next one. This is episode 727. Okay, recap Rubik's. Here we go.
新世界は幾多の実を食べゴム人間となったドン・キホーテファミリーの次と撃破されついドレスローザを許さん
And that's the cube complete. Oh man, this episode, I don't know, this episode is gonna be called Doflamingo Dies. More Doflamingo backstory. Probably. That baby's gonna grow up to be a king of the pirates. Oh my god, enough buildings are destroyed in this city. You don't need to destroy more. He's incredible. Using Haki too much, huh? So there is definitely a huge downside to it. What if this is the only time he can use this? Oh! Bird Jess! What are you doing here? I mean, I knew you were in the city, but I forgot about you. Koala's here. What are you gonna do about it? Are you just gathering information, or are you gonna do something? And Zoro's gonna try to stop the cage, right? Of course. No, please! You got it, buddy. You got it, buddy. It's like Flappy Bird. Oh wow, it's a glass onion now. I wonder, Tontatas are very small. Could they get through the lines between the birdcage? I feel like they could. That's great. Come on, keep moving. Yep. Makes a lot of sense. Clever. Still being pushed by it. That's how strong it is. Oh, poor bird. You almost had that Tontata fall off because of that. Bird. Luffy vs. Doflamingo. That's a good way to put it. Harmonizing. Okay. Yeah, he knows there's a limit to it. And some risks. Yeah, that's my question as well. Yeah, if he makes it a battle of attrition. Oh! Is that just a plan he's always had? Awakening? What the heck? What the fuck? What? Oh my god! Doesn't that imply that Luffy might be able to awaken to turn other things to rubber? Oh my gosh. It makes sense that he's still putting up a fight. It's Doflamingo. But damn, I want fourth gear to be what finishes him off. It'd be so satisfying. Jeez, man. God damn. Yeah, he's just waiting him out. Yeah, we need Zoro to stop him. Alright, fuck you, Grandma. You've lived long enough, bye. Oh, this nice girl. Aww. Are they trying to evacuate patients? Yeah. Shit. Aw, and people aren't stopping to help. These brave people. Oh. They're showing pretty good reasons why Zoro has to stop these strings. Can't just be about Luffy defeating Doflamingo. Oh. Oh, he's trying to calm down everyone. Damn. So just the idea is just keep fighting for a little longer. He's bringing hope back into their lives. Oh my gosh. Yes. Just getting that little bit of spirit back into them that people need. I love it. Aww. Hell yeah, Riku. You deserve to be king of this place. The music! Oh, now she's... she's running faster than anyone. Aww. Hell yeah! Even the pirate! And the people are helping the sick. That's great. Did he come back for his friend? Oh, more people came back. Yay! Oh, when they said a Kuma shirt, I just thought they hadn't translated bear. So I just thought it was going to be a picture of a bear on it. But it was literally of Kuma. Wow. Oh, great. Alright, another great episode. Really good. Man, I'm just... This video is special. This video is very special to me because we had fourth gear today. And... oh, it just got me so hyped. Like, I mean, I recorded that fourth gear, like the previous episode reaction earlier today, but like, it was like, it would have been 6 or 7 hours ago at this point. It was like quite a bit ago. But I'm still buzzing off of that feeling, you know. It's so good. It was just such a good episode, and I mean, now this episode was great as well, but it was like the best thing was just continuing on that fourth gear, just seeing even the smallest bit more of it was a lot of fun. I mean, now Doflamingo has sort of awakened a new part of his power where he can turn things into string around him, which is fucking wild. That's crazy. So, but that does make me think, like, if Oda is fully introducing the idea of, like, these powers can awaken and you can sort of spread your power to things other than yourself, then yeah, Luffy might be doing some rubbery shit in the future. Maybe that's, you know, that might be Oda setting up what fifth gear is. I'm not 100% sure, because I don't know. All I really know about fifth gear is what it looks like, but now I'm kind of speculating that part of fifth gear will be doing that. Like, will be him awakening and using his power now to make other things bouncy and stretchy and rubbery as well as just himself. Because, like, it feels like, you know, Oda just introduced this concept right here and now. It could be that Oda is like, okay, I'm using fourth gear now, but I'm gonna put some seeds in for what fifth gear might be. So yeah, that's really cool. I mean, they've just said, like, you're using Haki too much. I wonder if there's actual, because when he first used second gear, the idea was that he was shortening his life to do it, right? So second gear shortens a life. Third gear, I imagine, also does, but they didn't explicitly say that it did, I don't think. But what it does do is it, like, shrinks him down for the amount of time that he's big, you know? So that has, like, a disadvantage as well. So fourth gear, I imagine, since it's sort of like a fusion of the others and then also new shit, it's probably shortening his life, and it'll probably have a cooldown after he uses it. Like, he's gonna be fucked up for a while after he uses it. And maybe something else. Maybe there might be an extra disadvantage in there. Because Law seemed kind of worried for him when he saw that. But still, just so fucking cool. And then yeah, there's the stopping of the strings, the birdcage. That's what I was trying to think of. I don't know how he's gonna do that, but I'm excited to see Zoro do something with that. Like, honestly, I am. I thought that, like, now that the Luffy Doflamingo fight has started, I wanted to just see that. But honestly, like, Zoro, like, protecting people by stopping the strings and stuff, it sounds kind of interesting. Like, I want to see that and give Zoro like another cool moment, because I feel like the Pika moment isn't quite fully Zoro enough. So it would be cool to give him something else. And this feels like something else that he could do. I don't know how he's going to do it, but they did establish that, like, Sea Prism Stones can stop him, but then they're still being pushed back. So the power is still too much, but the Sea Prism Stone is good. It made me think, like, and I think I've talked about this before in the past, but, like, really, if Zoro was like Smoker and carried around, like, a sword that had Sea Prism Stone in it, then that would be fucking awesome. Like, he would be able to, it would be dangerous because he could use it against his teammates, and if they're too close to him or whatever, it weakens us. But if he had, like, one, you know, sealed away, like, what if he, you know, he can carry 4 swords. He was already carrying 3. It's probably easier to wait to balance it if you carry 4. So I think he should carry a 4th sword, and that 4th sword will be specifically a Sea Prism sword, or at least like a dagger or something, you know? And then he can do 4 sword style against Devil Fruit Eaters, and then at moments like this, he'd be able to stop the strings with that 4th sword. It'd be pretty cool, I think. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I know this discussion and the last discussion weren't super long, but it's just because I just really liked what was happening, and I don't have much to say about it. I just like it. So I'm not gonna yap and yap and yap. We're just going to end it there. But thank you for watching. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing, and go to my Patreon account for full-length early access and exclusive videos. I will see you next time. Goodbye.